we live?
We're gonna be. And
There's not even a cord here.
Run it from, I know. Run it from your computer to the sling.
But that's not gonna help.
He can put it up, oh yeah.
Then we would
Yeah,
be on the screen.
yeah, you're right.
We should have put technical difficulties in there as a thing
we're live.
on
We're
the
live.
show. Well, anyway, no, I think
We're
this is a good way to end.
Yeah, no, we're
Like
live.
the-
Good way to end it, like, whoever took the cord to my TV, like,
If you're watching,
please return it.
we were gonna have like our nice logo.
Yeah.
We're back in Studio A.
Then plug the,
Hey, Morgan, can you put a video up on Instagram right now? Get a shot of me. I have something I want to say.
get a shot of me.
Hang on.
Okay. Well, we can do it afterwards. I want to say something to our Instagram followers who might not be watching right
Oh,
now.
alright. We are live, right?
We are live. We're live. This is happening.
We got
Sunday?
10 people watching.
I don't know.
after
Wait, Morgan,
graduation.
we're up to what? 10?
10.
Yeah, but that whole thing's rigged, like, you can't fix it, and then.
That's not true. All right, Morgan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Go.
Instagram followers. I have a bet with everybody else in this room about how many people are going to be watching the live stream at the same time today. And Hathaway picked 19, Chantura picked 22, you picked 25, I picked 26. Please reward my faith. You don't need to watch the show. Just stream it on your computer. You can walk away. Go outside. Please. Thank you. All right.
See, once graduation's over, we're like the Cleveland Indians in Major League. Like, nobody's gonna watch us. Like, Bob Uecker's doing the game, and he can say whatever he wants because nobody's out there watching.
I don't
But now
know.
you're rigging it.
I don't know why there's even like
The
how many
only-
Jamie,
the
what
only
are we
way you
at?
can
How
win
many
a bet.
people are watching right
The
now?
only way you can win a bet.
Your thing
Hey,
just dialed
cost
down.
me
We were down?
People now are not watching
You know what?
because of that.
I'm not worried. On my screen it says
I'm not
11.
worried.
It says 11. I got 11.
Oh, I'm at 11 right now.
All right, here's our intro music from Luis. I would like to give a shout out to Sean White for watching the show right now. Thank you, Sean. You know, Sean, what I like to do is watch it on my laptop and on my TV at the same time. So if you can do that, I'd appreciate it. 14, 15 viewers! Oh, yeah, baby.
To be fair,
Woo.
I am number 15 though. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm also watching
Actually,
it.
I'm 11 too, so I'll be logging off right now.
We're at 16. No, you don't need to log off.
Well, I gotta see the chat.
Yeah, we gotta see the chat. We won't.
Peron says I have no faith in my loyal watchers. Peron, I saw your cakes on Twitter this weekend, by the way, and nice work. Have you seen some of the cakes
Yeah.
that she made? They're unbelievable.
Yeah, she's awesome. And then she had some cookies too for.
Yes, she did.
I think that was. It said Kayla. There's multiple Kaylas in this class, so
Right.
I'm not sure which Kayla
It was
was.
for Kayla LeClaire.
Kayla
Ooh.
Leclerc.
Because
Kayla
her mom
LeClaire.
was tagged on it.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. We did 19 people watching.
That's the
Woo!
number right there. Shut the show down right now, baby.
Thanks for watching. No,
I win
no,
this
oh,
bet.
it dropped 18. All right. What do we have today? So,
We have all sorts of stuff today. Let me start with. That cowbell is really loud inside. Let me start with today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is really the only one that sponsors us with any financial backing. It's the Levitt Trustees.
yes. Actually, didn't we say it's specifically
James
James
Madison.
Madison Levitt? If James Madison Levitt had not said, go to Old Plow,
True.
take it on,
True.
sold the paracels,
Yep.
give him the money, started Levitt, which led to the trustees, which led to us getting funding for this equipment, which led to what's happening right now.
Thank
all-
God he had enough push button minis to create this empire that now has turned into Buzz Media. So thank you to the trustees and thank you to the old JML. Seniors, check your email. There's an email in there or coming in there from Bhutot about a yearbook supplement in terms of graduation, right? So she took a bunch of pictures at graduation. She's going to make a supplement you can put in your yearbook. So check your email for that for more information. And I just wanted to, I think I was reminded of this by Davis earlier. Did you know that we were on 207?
Wait, is that going to be coming? We were on 207,
Yeah.
we were in the Sun Journal.
Right?
We sent a video of our show to Patrick Dempsey to decide if he wanted to come on.
Right.
He declined, but that's still somewhat of a celebrity interaction.
We tried Jimmy Fallon.
We did try Jimmy Fallon. We tried Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
We tried
Well, Dr. Shaw.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Dr.
yeah,
Shaw,
Dr.
Janet
Shaw, he
Mills.
sent us a
We
video.
tried to get in a Janet Mills interview question.
Right.
That was
Right.
denied.
But really, for a couple of guys that have no idea what we're doing, it's turned out all right. So,
24 people! Woo! That beats Morgan's the current winner.
this whole thing is
Well, are we
rigged.
subtracting the 4?
Yes, you have to subtract
Oh, so
the
you're saying it's 20.
Yes.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, are you on it too?
Oh, Matt Strong says no longer seniors; they are now graduates.
They're graduates.
That's
The
true, Matt
juniors,
Strong.
I always tell the juniors that when they do then the juniors become seniors.
So my son is now a senior.
He's a senior, because
Yeah.
the oldest is the senior. Like, there has to always be seniors. Right?
Man, it seems like every day just brings a new opportunity for me to feel older. You know, like all of the things that Morgan doesn't know when I ask her about them.
I'm very willing to tell you how old you are. And
I know. It's
But
made this
also,
show so much fun.
Morgan's also prematurely old, as we've talked about.
It's true. In case you guys haven't been following, Morgan and Jamie have been aging exponentially from hanging out with Davis and I.
One thing I'd like actually in the chat is if you could mentally age us in the chat. So between Gentera, Hickson, Adler, and myself, who is the oldest to
Right.
youngest?
So Hickson, how old are you really?
25.
So Hickson's 25, but she's like 44 in Buzz Media years. And Jamie, he's like 70. Like,
Right, Jamie's in fact 33.
right, he's getting up at
33. Yeah.
33, but like,
He's on the 4 a.m., 4 p.m. schedule, like, you know.
where do you put yourself at?
I don't know. I feel like my body feels older than 45, but my mind is not. I still feel like I have the mind of a child.
Quick like a cat. Davis is 14, I like that. You're gonna see how spry I am. Come Saturday is the virtual Father's
Virtual
Day
fun run.
5K.
Right, Davis is gonna run
Oh,
from.
it's not for fun, I'm running to win.
Oh, okay.
I haven't trained at all.
Going
But
from the
it's-
top of
It's all
Upper
about
Street.
like starting at a hill and then running downhill.
The top of Upper Street.
I just need to find
to
a
the-
5K
to the dump.
downhill stretch. Oh, yeah.
Davis is 12, Hathaway's 30, Hickson 20, and Jamie 50.
So we're at 25, that's a new high, which would now be 21 if you subtract us.
Right, which you have to.
So I'm really close to winning.
So Gentera's in the lead. You're closest right now.
We got some birthdays. Oh, we got to do a graduation wrap up. We got to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
graduation. Let's do that
We
first.
got a
before
lot
do
of
the
things.
birthdays.
You really are going to want to tune into the show.
I know.
We got some experiments coming.
Oh, hey, we have a special guest on the set.
Oh! Nobody's running the camera. Morgan.
I'll go get a chair. I'm gonna sleep behind you. I'll grab that chair.
All right.
Let's get El Presidente front and center.
Oh,
Bring it
perfect
down
for
to
the graduation wrap up you're about to do.
I know.
Wait, I guess you can turn the camera back now.
I did. I got this under
There
control.
it is. Yeah, we're
Let's
good.
run on top. So what's going on?
Well, the first thing I have to ask is to get through the speech, did you have to picture all the cars naked? That's your strategy, right?
I did not. I did not. It was very. It was weird looking out over a parking lot full of cars.
I bet it was.
And then at one point I happened to look back and catch myself on the big screen behind me, which was even weirder than looking at the cars.
We all got. You know who we didn't get on the big screen for a little while was
French fry.
French fry.
We snuck in.
We got projected up there.
We had some other ideas, but we didn't follow through on it. So you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Graduation, big success.
Huge success, resounding success, yeah.
Yeah.
I was really impressed too. Like everybody did what they were supposed to do, made it comfortable for everyone, and then was just like speeches,
Great. They were all great.
crushed it.
Yep.
Yeah, like I was telling somebody the other day, like the speeches typically, I think we were talking about this, like usually you get like one great one, a couple kind of, average, and then one like, that could have been a little better maybe. But like I thought all 4 were top notch.
They killed
Like
it.
they were really good.
Hathaway, do you want to name previous speeches that you thought weren't that good?
There was
Just
one-
asking.
Now listen, I'm a math guy, but I remember specifically there was one that had a lot of math in it. Like they were doing like long division during the speech, stuff like that. Like
I remember that too. I like that.
that one was difficult for me to follow.
Oh, I don't remember who that was, but I do recall.
I don't remember.
Um, I don't remember who that was, but I do recall.
I don't remember.
What was the speech?
I don't remember.
What, any other, how are you feeling after,
I'm feeling really good.
Did you finally get some sleep? Somebody said you hadn't slept for a week before that thing, is that true?
It had been hard to come by, sleep was hard to come by. I slept well the last 2 nights. Yeah, I was nervous, mostly more nervous Thursday and Friday than I was on Saturday, because by Saturday everything had kind of fallen into place.
I was a little nervous Saturday when I showed up and Davis made me aware that we had no power. That was a little nerve-wracking.
That was one minor, hiccup
Right.
along the way.
We didn't have some internet for a while, but we seem to have
Yeah.
got a fix to that.
Yeah.
yes, that was taken care of. The power thing, I was impressed by how little panic there was. They're like, the power doesn't work right now, but we called somebody.
They were
Like,
fine.
we got hours before
Well,
graduation.
Two things there. One, like two of the calmest guys at the whole thing were Tommy Rodri, who was an 11 grad, who's doing the electrical work. Like he came in, like, he was just chewing his gum, like, I got this. And then the other guy that ran the LA, it was a family really that runs the LA music. Thanks to those guys too.
Oh, they were awesome.
They were outstanding, easy to work with, helped us a ton. But the guy who was kind of in charge there, like, he was pretty laid back. I mean, he had done like 3 of these in like, 3 days.
He's like, we did Brunswick yesterday, we were at an airport.
Right, like it was old hat to him at this
He was
point.
telling me that the wind blew so hard down in Brunswick on Friday night that it blew the podium across the stage.
Yes.
Oh.
I know.
It
It's like an
also
old
smashed
West
their
movie.
computer, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes,
Yes,
our computer
kicked his
got blocked.
laptop off the table and smashed it onto the ground.
Yeah,
But he wasn't even that mad about it, really. Like,
no, they were very, I loved working with those guys, it was great.
yeah. Yeah, just overall, like it seemed to go as well as
It
it
absolutely
could go,
did.
right?
And we had, I think, the best weather we could have asked for. Couldn't have ordered a better day. And everybody was able to come up and go across the stage and get the pictures taken, and everybody got in and out without a problem. It was awesome.
Alright, so that was awesome, but like, we're pretty much over graduation at this point.
That is correct.
Today is really about us. So can you tell us your favorite segment, highlight thing from the Morning Buzz Corona Watch? Because really, what we've dedicated this show to is ourselves. And talking
Unlike
about...
every other day. Guys, I don't know that I can put my finger on one. One that probably, as I'm sitting here looking at it, one that probably gave me the most pause for like, is the Kim Jong-un discussion.
Oh, we're not done with that.
I found myself sitting in my office one day, are we supposed to be discussing this? And
It's not like he's watching.
so I mean, that's the only thing that's really caused me, to take pause. But overall, this has just been.
I'm happy that's the only thing that's caused you to take pause.
This has just been this whole process from our first Corona Watch episode to the wrap-up episode today. Really, to be quite honest, helped get us through the entire spring. So it's been great.
I would be so happy if we were on North Korean, like anti-American
Hey.
propaganda.
Oh.
Can you imagine that?
No, but here's the thing, if that happens,
That's better.
you guys are on anti-North Korea, I'm on pro-North Korea. Like, I'm on the good guy
You
list, because
become
I've been saying he's alive.
like American, like
He's got like his enemies and allies list, like Mike Hathaway. I don't know how you guys say it is on the good list. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, you made Kim Jong-un's good list. Way to go. Nice work.
only if he's a watcher of the show, which if he wasn't, can boost the view counts.
You'll be flying in with Rodman anytime.
Yeah, so, well, thanks to you. You had the Principal of the Year thing a while back, which, probably because we're out of school, didn't get as much, maybe good publicity or as much recognition, which I know doesn't bother you, but I know there's certainly amongst the faculty, there was a lot of, thankfulness regarding all the work that you put in during this time. It's not easy, number one, to plan that event, number two, to try to appease all the parents and students and outside forces and whatnot, but I think what we did was really good for kids, and I thought it went off pretty good.
So we get a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah.
So.
Mr. Shaw, also, I can say, I think on behalf of all the faculty, we love the morning emails. No morning email this morning, like
Right.
we're done.
If you could give us just a Monday morning one.
The morning
maybe,
emails with
rest
the
of summer would be nice.
Seinfeld videos
Seinfeld
up in there.
Monday, yep.
No.
Right.
Alright,
The ones Morgan doesn't watch. Those ones.
We'll catch you up. I hear Seinfeld's coming out on Netflix soon. So
Yeah, I
if
think
that's the
there you
case,
go.
we'll get it caught up.
Ah,
There we go.
I have started watching. I'm on episode like 10.
You started watching like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and then I stopped watching.
She was so engrossed with it, she's seen 10 of them. That was great. So what do you guys got going on today? So you got just the wrap-up show.
I don't know, I've not been allowed to
The
look at the
big
list.
cat on the
Right.
back episode, like.
Right.
We have a top 6 of our best segments.
Yeah, so that's gonna.
What are we up to next, Hathaway?
Well, we're on birthdays.
Oh,
So we got
yeah.
a few birthdays to.
I don't have the,
to celebrate.
I'm taking the bell.
You're gonna have to cowbell it.
I don't have my, we got it.
Courtney Cox, 56 today. Right? The Friend Seinfeld question has been on quite a bit. Also, did you know that she was in the Dancing in the Dark
I was
video with
thinking it was
Springsteen?
Courtney Love. I was like, why are you ringing the bell for Courtney Love? But
He's a big Nirvana guy. It was just like a residual. No, yeah. Do you know she was in the Dancing in the Dark video?
I did know that, that was like her first thing.
Right, 84.
And then wasn't she also on Family Ties? I think she was one of Alex's
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah, she also was on Seinfeld. She on Seinfeld. She was Jerry's pretend wife, so that she could get free dry cleaning.
Yes, the free dry cleaning.
So happy birthday to Courtney Cox.
Oh, we got another happy birthday. It is Gabe White's birthday. Turns 13 today. Happy
Gabe
birthday,
White.
Gabe.
Congratulations,
Nice.
happy birthday.
Also, happy birthday to Ice Cube, 51 today.
Oh.
I knew you'd be excited for that one, Davis.
Who's your favorite between Ice Cube, Ice T, and wait, who am I forgetting?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Please say Vanilla. Cube, T, or Vanilla?
It's Ice Cube. It's not even close. Like this is another come on, really?
Not even
It's
that.
Ice Cube.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he was, a great, great rapper, musician. One, he was in Boys in the Hood, which is pretty
I was
iconic.
gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
Boys in the
that's
Hood.
Iconic
huge.
movie. He also produced some of his own movies. Higher Learning, I think, which he was in, and Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
I
got
see
it.
the guy in Criminal Minds and all those shows.
That's
It's,
also true. He
special
also has an
things
acting career.
Yeah,
Right.
SVU, yeah.
Are you choosing Ice T?
No, I think I'm gonna go with Ice Cube.
I think Ice T has a better acting career, even though.
He's not a very good actor, though.
Yeah, but he's great at he just is himself in a
Yeah.
criminal
Yeah,
show.
which
It's
is
awesome.
awesome.
He's
He's
tough
not,
guy.
I guess he's not a good actor, but I do enjoy watching him on
Yes.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I think one of my favorite just jams ever is the when Ice Cube did the remake of Bop Gun with George Clinton, who had originally released it. That is awesome. So I'm a big Ice Cube guy. So happy birthday to Ice Cube, 51.
No love for Vanilla Ice. Anybody? Morgan?
No, but I want you guys to know I know who all 3 of those people are.
Alright!
Vanilla Ice have this resurgence on some remodeling show on HGTV or something.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. He became like a house guy.
Right.
Like a Bob Vila type.
Wait. But was he still called Vanilla Ice?
No.
Why is it like Vanilla Ice?
And two, I'm not sure that's a resurgence.
Well, I don't. You have to have a surge initially to have a resurgence.
True.
So, but
I saw this clip with Dave Chappelle, and he talked about getting called by Dancing with the Staff, and he was like, I'm not Dancing with the Staff, Dancing with the Stars. He goes, not yet. I'm not done yet.
That's pretty funny. And then also today, rest in peace, but his birthday, Waylon Jennings, who is just one of the all-time BA.
I'm trying to
Dukes of
experiment with
Hazzard
the noise.
song, right?
Dukes of Hazzard song has been on the show before. I'm a big fan of the Highwaymen.
Yep.
You got Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings.
Did Louisa
Johnny
do a
Cash.
Waylon Jennings song?
I don't think she ever did a Waylon Jennings song.
We are going to play some other Louise tracks today. What else we got? We got to keep things moving out.
Yeah, all right. Now we're on What's All the Buzz.
All right,
So-
I'm gonna leave you guys up for the
Oh,
buzz.
all right,
you're out?
All right, I'm out. I'll see
All
you guys
right.
later. Thanks for having me.
Hey, if you want to turn on a couple computers in the office and just stream this, I'd really appreciate it.
I understand you're trying to win a bet.
Yeah, I'm closing in on it.
Closing in on it.
We got up to 28, I only need to hit 30. Oh, but now it's gone down a little bit. All right.
All right, so on this day, as part of this What's All the Buzz segment, on this day, in 2012, I don't know if you remember this, Mr. Davis.
The world ended?
No.
I think it may have, now that we think about it. We might be in a lost situation.
I don't think so. Part of me hopes so, but I don't think so. There was a spelling bee in which Dan Quayle presided over it, and he spelled potato.
Potato wrong, yes.
So without looking at your computer, how do you spell potato?
Now, there's no E on the end.
How do you
That's
spell
what it's just P-O-T-A-T-O.
Yes, that was the mistake he made.
And the thing is the kid spelled it right, and he told him he was wrong.
Oh
Right.
man, Dan Quayle.
Yeah, Dan Quayle. But
Yeah,
I feel like today Dan Quayle might be a worthy.
I also think back in the day, it's
Worthy guy.
funny that like spelling potato wrong was like a career-ending thing.
Right.
And now things
Yeah, you look at everything that's going on now. Like, we really got on Dan Quayle.
like we can't have a president who can't spell potato.
Right.
Come on.
Right. So that shows you where we are in 2020, people.
Standards drop.
Yeah.
Also, the same year in 2012, somebody sold the original Apple I computer. Guess how much was paid for it?
$1 million.
Way over. $375,000. I still thought.
I was thinking of Bare Naked Ladies. Like if I had $1 million.
You buy the Apple One computer. That's
Yeah.
not how it's sold.
That's not on the list.
What's the thing about the monkeys they want to do with that song?
I think they would just buy a monkey.
Buy a monkey. I would buy a monkey too. Alright, sorry, continue.
No, I'm in on the monkey.
Yeah, I would love to have a helper monkey.
Right.
I wonder if that would help with social distancing. I'm like, I can't hand your papers back, kids, but
This monkey can. Can they get the corona? Like for a while, they said dogs could get it. Can a
dogs
monkey
get it. I don't know if
corona?
monkeys can get it. If anyone in the chat can tell us,
My dad had a monkey.
Really?
My dad had a pet monkey in the Philippines.
in the Philippines.
God.
Yes.
Was it like one of those helper monkeys that would do stuff for him?
No, he said it was terrible. All it did was like bite you and throw football all over the place.
That can happen. But
That can happen.
I am obsessed with monkeys. I've always wanted a monkey. I am writing a screenplay.
They had a monkey
It's
on
like a buddy.
Friends, too.
It's like a buddy cop movie about a guy and a monkey. They're working together.
It's just like when Michael Scott.
It's like a
writes the-
Turner and Hooch, but it's like with a monkey instead. And he's a bicycle cop, and the monkey's in the back of the bicycle.
What was somebody in the chat tell us? What was the Michael Scott movie that he wrote about himself?
Threat level midnight.
Threat Level
Threat
Midnight.
Level Midnight, there
Yes,
you
There you
go.
go. Morgan,
Shivali
Morgan
in the
chiming
chat.
in. You're on today, Morgan.
Ice-T's, let's pay him a visit. Let's pay him a visit. I
I
can't do
know.
that.
You know who's a better tough guy character in the cop shows though is Horatio from CSI Miami. He always had the sunglasses on. At the end of the
Oh.
show, he'd be like, "Yeah, well, we'll get him in the long run or whatever." You know, like some cliche statement. He'd take the glasses off.
And then there'd be like a
Yes,
Have you guys ever seen the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yes.
I have not.
He does the sound effects for a show that's just like that. And Forgetting Sarah Marshall's
Is
a amazing movie.
Really?
You need to go watch. It's really
It
funny.
is.
I don't
Doesn't
think
he
I
do
can
like-
go watch it, but
Isn't it
it's
Hawaii
not like at the
5-0?
theaters, right?
Doesn't he do like Hawaii 5-0 or something?
It's like a made
Something like
up
that.
process
Oh, it
show,
is.
and it's got one of the who are the
Oh
brothers?
yeah, because his fiance is on the show.
His fiance's on the show, and he does the music for the
Yes.
show. Yes. It's like scene of the crime scene, scene of the crime is what it's called.
All right, I'll have to check that out. That was always that CSI Miami show wasn't great, but just that guy and that character, David Caruso, I think was his name. He was on NYPD Blue.
Oh yeah, he
before
left.
that.
He left him.
I'm a big NYPD Blue guy. I think that's one of the best shows of all time. I always try to encourage Jim Thies to use a lot of the lingo from that show when he's policing.
That was a big show because they had like nudity and stuff
Right?
on
They
TV.
swore.
Yes.
But it was on like, it wasn't like prime time. It was like 10 o'clock. But you know, like
Or on network TV.
Yeah,
Like, there
so-
were people that we didn't have cable. I don't,
Yeah,
think I don't even think Turner had cable yet at that time. So
no,
had
you had to
a-
put an antenna on the top of your house just to get Fox.
Yeah.
Have like tinfoil on it. But I always ask Jim Thies when I see him, like, have you thrown somebody in the pokey today? Or, you know, did you get caught up in a jackpot today? Or something like that. And one other thing for on this day, in 2019, which was just last year, Babe Ruth's jersey sold at a sports auction. I'm going to give you another chance to guess. How much do you think
Babe
Babe
Ruth's
Ruth's jersey would
Let's go
fetch?
for well over $1 million. I'm going to say a cool 3.4.
Well, I wrote 54, but I think I meant 5.4.
Oh,
so
I'm
you're
not that
pretty close. You're only a couple million off. Like, no big deal.
Matt, I have not seen Every Which Way But Loose or Any Which Way You Can. Those sound like movies.
Every which way but loose, Clint Eastwood.
Is Any Which Way
With a
You
monkey.
Can Oh, he's got a monkey.
Yeah, he's got a monkey
Wait, are
in it.
both of those movies about monkeys? Are they sequels to each other, or are they just you have to put the word "which"
Every
in a
which
monkey
way but
movie?
loose and any which way you can. I believe they both are Clint Eastwood movies where
With
he is
monkeys?
with a monkey.
Oh,
Yeah.
This summer, I've actually been talking about this monkey screenplay for a while.
You've got
but
the time
this is
for
the
summer,
summer.
right?
This
This is
might
the
be.
You have?
Yeah, because I saw this video in India. All right, so in India a few years ago, they can't harm monkeys because it's like it's part of their like religion. So
And you can't hear?
so the monkeys run loose and do whatever they want. I mean, the monkeys are just they can do anything. They like roam the city. So they steal things. I saw this video of like a monkey like crime group. Like one monkey distracts the guy who sells the fruit, and then when he chases him, all the other monkeys run from behind and they take all his fruit.
Right.
But then the monkeys killed the deputy mayor. Like they threw him off a balcony. So then it gets better because to solve it, they brought in this other kind of monkey to be like a police monkey, these macaque monkeys. Because those monkeys can stop the other monkeys. And they had bike cops, they would ride on the bike, and the other monkey was on the back of the bike, like looking around. You can find these videos online, trust me. He was like,
I think I'm gonna trust you on that one.
so then I saw that and I was like, I need to write the screenplay, like the cop who has to ride that bike with the monkey on the back.
Do you think it, like in Beverly Hills Cop, they use the banana in the tailpipe trip?
We're gonna borrow from Beverly Hills Cop. We're gonna borrow from everything.
I can't wait for this production. That'll be the next Buzz Media movie,
Luis, I need you on the soundtrack, please.
right? And then in sports, in 1928, Ty Cobb, who was 41 at the time, stole home in a game. It was the 50th time he had done it.
That's crazy. You know who I saw steal home was Kerry Coyne, softball, 1995. I guess that's not as relevant, but I did see it happen. Right in the field next to the admin office.
I remember I was
He was
coaching
like the
Legion
Ty
one time.
Cobb of Maine softball in 1995.
I was coaching Legion one time, and the kid who was up at the plate was awful. So he had 2 strikes. So I figured I'll just have the kid on third try to steal because this kid's never going to make contact. And so I gave the steal sign and also gave him the take sign, which traditionally you don't give to somebody with 2 strikes, but whatever. And I think he thought I was crazy, so he just swung away anyway. So the kid was like running home.
Oh no.
And like he didn't hit the ball or anything, but the kid who was running home just had to peel off to the side, so he got called for out of the.
'Cause
out
to
of-
not
yeah,
get
he
hit.
tried to run like all the way around the catcher and come back into home plate on the other side, but we got called out. So
What do you been see?
I don't know. Would have been close. Would have been a bang bang play, as they say.
Oh, I love the bang bang play. I
When
can't
in doubt,
believe
ring
we've
them
been
up.
on the air for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta speed this up. I believe at this point we have a point counterpoint, Davis.
Yes, and
So-
it involves.
Kim
We
Jong.
need you to get the camera zoom back in. Jaw's gone. Let's get this.
How do I zoom in?
Come on, Morgan.
I
Figure it out.
did.
You're an adult.
I did.
You did.
You're an adult.
You guys have spent 10 weeks on me. I'm barely an adult though.
All right, so Davis, you want to tell us what you think about Kim Jong Un right now?
So I was just reading a story like 30 seconds before we went to air about how Kim Jong Un's sister has threatened to attack South Korea. But also Kim Jong Un like basically like broke up with Trump. So like him and Trump had like this weird relationship where like Trump said they were in love with each other. I'm not making this up. I'm not even getting into politics. It's like a real thing that happened. But Kim Jong Un announced that he's no longer in that deal. And then Kim Jong Un's sister threatened military action against South Korea. And I think alive and thriving, man.
Alive and thriving.
He's the crazy guy, and I don't really want to be on the good list, but I don't want to be on the bad list either.
Well, let me put my glasses on and tell
my-
you how. Oh, go ahead.
Further from over here's riding horses. All right, hold on.
Who are you going to actually draw on the meter?
Like
You're past riding horses. He's not just riding horses. He is thriving.
he's threatening Trump and South Korea, and it goes off the meter. Morgan, can you get that? Down here and super alive, threatening Trump and South Korea. That's what we have. What do you have?
Well, I'm going to put my glasses on and once again tell you why you're so ignorant. I will draw on this meter.
I love the really quality TV of us making graphics during the show.
I am putting him between dead and almost dead.
Because
Because if you're going to threaten South Korea and you're Kim Jong-un, you don't have your sister do it,
That's a good point.
right? Like, I mean, you really think that guy's going to send his sister to do his work? And pretty much anything associated with Trump, I believe, is just fake news anyway. So any association there, I don't believe either. So I've chosen to put him, if Morgan wants to zoom in on this, between dead and almost dead. He is cryogenically frozen and corona-ridden right now. That's what I'm thinking.
So he's like Han Solo, but it's like Kim Jong Un.
Yes, like as soon as we get the vaccine, they're going to try to unfreeze him. But I don't know if it's going to have been so long that they'll be able to do it. I don't think that they're still using him in the Weekend at Bernie stuff. Like I think they've ended that. I think now he's back in the cryogenic freezer, and we're awaiting a vaccine for the corona. So that's your Kim Jong Un update from Counterpoint.
Yeah, I was trying to find some extra info right now, but he's alive. He's alive. Well, you know what?
No, that just proves my point again. If he was alive, there would be more info out there. He would be all over the place right now. But he's not, so they're not putting much out.
There's a lot of people. Wow. That's my counterpoint.
I think that's you celebrating my victory in that
No.
segment. So now we are on to we gotta choose with our guy French Fry.
Oh, we're gonna need to do some camera work for this one as well.
Well, we didn't know she was gonna be working the camera today.
Yeah, no one taught me how to use it.
Did you figure it out?
Yep.
Do you think the rest of us took like a class, or do you think we just figured it out? You know what?
Actually, Dave,
Did you actually get zoomed in before you see my arm reaching out?
I think we should just
You need Hathaway and French Fry in the shot. Not me. Don't get me in the shot.
You're not in the shot.
by the way, there is a class. It's called video production. It actually came in. So there you go.
Hey, my arm's still in it. You gotta do
What do
that.
you want me to do?
I want it to look like it's just French Fry
Just
and
move your arm
Hathaway.
that way a little bit.
There we go.
Perfect, right
there.
there.
He is.
All right, my guy French Fry.
Alright guys, I just have to leave for a minute. I'll be back.
Oh, BJ and the Bear, trucker with a pet monkey. That was also a good one, Bhutan.
I
Thanks.
try floating.
All right. Well, I don't know. We might get to that, but French Fry, good to see you again. We're sorry that Gentura left you home that Friday, but at least you got to appear at graduation on the stage. How did that feel?
It was so scary at Gentura's house. The dog wanted to eat me. He's a monster! A monster!
Probably didn't help that he put you right next to the Alpo.
Oh.
All right. Well, French Fry, as we normally do, we have a segment on the show that we call "Gotta Choose."
I don't know why French Fry's so funny.
And French Fry, as our viewership drops,
Oh, we have 30 people watching. I just won. Woo!
you got a -4 that. This is 4 of us on.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
26 was my prediction.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
All right, French Fry.
Sorry. I might. All right.
Question number 1, and the only rule is French Fry that you have to choose one or the other. French Fry, boxers or briefs?
Boxers all the way. Always with the boxers. Much more comfortable.
Once again, much like the first episode we had you in, your voice is changing. It's going from very kid-like now to like you're from the deep south.
I need to clear my throat. I was a little dry.
Right?
Can you not pronounce the word?
All right, next one. We know you're a big fan of the rap stuff, and we know that hanging out with DJ Gentura, you probably listen to a lot of House of Pain. Shamrocks or Shenanigans? Which are you more a fan of?
Ooh, this is a tough choice for me. I think I have to go with Shenanigans.
I'm not surprised. You were full of shenanigans when you stayed at my house.
I had some shenanigans on the stage. Did you see me up on the screen at graduation?
I did. I did.
I was on the podium.
Oh, man. Next, we know also from previous shows you're a big fan of baseball, and there was a big 30 for 30 last night on ESPN. Don't eat the plant. Marcotte will be upset. You've got bases loaded, bottom of the 9th. You're down 3. You need one big swing for a grand slam. Who are you going with, McGuire or Sosa?
What year is it in this scenario?
It is 2002.
That's a lot to think about. I would like to Google their stats, but I guess I'm going to go with Sosa. I feel like McGuire had dropped off by 2002.
I would have to research as well, but I think it's the year McGuire hit 70 home runs. But that's all right.
Sosa hit 60 plus for 3 straight seasons.
He did. He did. All right, so it is. Next one, snack time. Which would you rather go with, Cheez-Its or Klondike bars?
Well, if it was dessert time, I would go with the Klondike bar, but snack time, I am all about the Cheez-Its. Crunch time.
That wasn't really a choice, but
True.
I've got to choose.
Next
Don't
one, we
make up
know,
the
we
time.
know you're a big fan of the
Logan,
cinema.
why do you attack me? I'm glad I never went to your house.
We know, French Fry, that you're a big fan of the cinema. Better actor, De Niro or Pacino?
Pacino thinks that he's a good actor because he was in that Scent of a Woman movie. But really, he just does the same thing all the time.
What was his favorite line in that Son of a Woman movie?
I do not recall off the top of my head. I do know that De Niro has shown a much wider range. Us otters appreciate a wide range, so I choose De Niro.
Who's your favorite De Niro character in a movie?
I really enjoy the Meet the Parents movies.
Top highlight of Robert De Niro's career is Meet the Fockers.
Yes, it was a quality film, even better than the previous ones.
I'm gonna go with the Cape Fear one, but that's all right. All right, last one. This is a scenario question. Would you rather give up bathing or give up the internet?
As an otter, I'm in the water all the time, and my natural oils keep me clean. So I need to choose the internet. I would keep the internet, I would give up the bathing. I'm just in the water and staying clean my whole life.
Right, which is the best place to dial up the internet. Well, there we go. That was.
It has been such a great time on the show. I appreciate it. I'm glad I did not get eaten. I'll be happy to return to the Turner Public Library.
Right. And thank you for those guys to loaning you to us. It would never in my wildest dreams would I think that my television career would involve being on set with an otter.
It's been a pleasure, Michael.
Can I ask a question?
All right, Logan's got a question.
Why are you attacking my camera skills when you clearly could have just set French Fry next to Hathaway?
What are you talking
Why
about?
did you have to hold him?
You're also.
Morgan, you know I've been out of the room for the last 5 minutes. I don't know why I'm just
Listen,
returning
my
to
bad
this.
camera
I hope
work.
that French fry interview went well. I don't know what
My
happened.
bad camera work proves that that's not true.
I'm just really shocked that he became like a Louisiana River.
Otters are really big in Louisiana. It's where his people come from.
You're also in a
Also the French fry part, like, you know, like Cajun, and then it all goes together.
Right.
Oh, we're up to 33 viewers.
Right. All right, we gotta try to get this thing back on the
We have
rails.
a lot of things to fit in here.
Right. We're kind of winding up here. I believe we are on the top 6, which today is the best of the buzz. Top 6 segments from the Morning Buzz.
Do we have the thing? Is Morgan gonna have the thing? Is it right here? This is like an old school Studio A. It's nice to be back in Studio A.
I like it when you used to hold your laptop in front of it. That always worked well. So,
Right now it just looks like a white piece of paper, Morgan.
I'm on it.
Top 6 Buzz Media segments.
let's get a drum roll, please. Brrr, number 6, experiments.
Experiments. Now, we haven't done experiments in a while, but you remember this was our first social distancing experiments.
Right.
We did the matches,
matches.
which was big. That was actually featured in the 207.
Yes, it was.
But we also did another experiment that didn't go well, Gentera. The failed soap experiment that didn't really work.
Right.
I believe is now going. We're gonna go take 2.
We're gonna go take 2 and give Gentura a second shot at this, so that he
Judge,
won't.
you need me to run that.
No, I got it. I just had to do the sound thing to make it work. There we go.
Here we go. The
Okay.
famous soap and pepper experiment. Genturna, explain to us the science behind this.
You put the pepper in the water. And then when you dip your finger in the pepper, oh no, pepper.
Wait, let's see your finger. Oh yeah.
I just
got
did
the-
it. I
Your
can do it
finger's
again.
not on camera. You're gonna put your finger right next to the bowl.
What?
It's gotta be right next to the bowl or it doesn't show up.
Oh. Uh-oh. I touched my pants and now it's on. Oh, no, I got it. Look at that. There's pepper all over it. Now if you put a little soap on your, like, this is why we wash our hands. I think it has something to do with, like, surface tension or something like that. Like,
Oh, look at that! It's amazing!
Look at
And that's
that.
why you
And
wash
no
your
pepper.
hands.
That's why you wash it. Now I'm gonna wash my hands with all the soap.
Well,
Alright.
glad we cleared that one up.
Did it.
Alright.
Alright, and we
Hold
are.
on, let's let Morgan get refocused in here. She also caught our sign in the back, just for you math teachers out there, Dear Algebra. Stop asking us to find your X. She ain't coming back. Number 5.
Social media! Is this where we need to get Morgan on camera? We gotta get that camera pointed at
Right.
Morgan. Who's
Wait, on the
Morgan,
desk. Yes,
Morgan,
yes,
you're
right
fine.
there. You can do the segment from there, Morgan.
What am I even doing?
This sounds like Morgan. You're on camera right now, I
What are you
think.
doing?
Give
Give us a social media update.
How's social
That's
media
your
going?
segment.
What's happening right
What's
now?
going on the Insta?
Nothing is going on. This is going on.
I thought we had an Insta poll today.
Oh, we do want you to submit your favorite segments.
What do we got so far?
What have we got? Someone said Adri's speech at graduation.
Oh.
That, you know the problem with that though? That's
Not Buzz Media.
a Buzz Media morning. That's not a morning Buzz segment.
True. A bunch of media
Farmers out
production.
for that one.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get to talk or anything. That's gonna come back up in apologies, but
We also got Davis thinking that a wheel was good for a peg leg from that match game.
I stand by that.
But to be fair, I also had that and he got a point. So
Well, I'm not sure that speaks highly of either of you.
that's fair. What was
What
the
else
third
we got?
one we got?
The other one was anytime the Groovers perform.
Oh.
Yes, that's true.
Love the grooves.
That's like a real highlight.
We just have all previous songs that we sent us.
I know, we've been sitting here jamming to the grooves all morning.
We need to make a playlist. Anything else on social media?
We have your video on social media pleading for people to watch the show, which it clearly works because we have.
It got the viewers up. They're kind of dropped down now, but I don't really blame them. I mean, the show hasn't been that good for a while here. But once I won, I stopped caring. But did we get? Is that in the story or where is that?
It is on our story.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not there. It's not showing up.
I swear it is.
Does it have any views? Come on, Morgan.
Are you sure you're
Oh,
on the
it's
Insta?
still uploading.
Oh, so it didn't
So-
work after all. Who knows how many views we'd have if that had worked.
True. It is still uploading.
So the Instagram's not going away. Morgan, you're gonna be updating it daily, twice a day?
I don't know. I got yelled at yesterday
Yes, you did.
No.
because I wasn't working fast enough.
Because yesterday morning I said, why don't you put up a poll for the show tomorrow? And then I went kayaking all day, and then I get back at like 4, and there was nothing up. And you're like, yeah.
You said if I feel motivated. I had
Well-
not yet felt motivated. I was actually busy.
And that's why I had to yell at you, to get you motivated. They don't need to see us fighting. I like that you're just laying on the table on the camera though.
And wore the babushka today. Nice work.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this. We got
Alright,
we got a lot of things.
number 4. Brrrr. I believe on my list it says games and trivia.
Games and trivia.
Games and trivia.
So we
Are
got.
we gonna play a game right now?
Are we gonna play a game? We got your washers on. Alright, we got a camera on this. We're going from here. We don't have the carabiners, so we're using these binder clips. We don't know if it'll work. Let's just do one round.
One round.
One round,
Winner
right here.
take all.
Everything. And we have not practiced, in case you're wondering.
We can tell.
If I don't get one, does that mean Hathaway just doesn't try? Oh no, because I guess he wouldn't win.
right? It would only be a tie.
You have the price.
That's not great social distancing, but we'll wash our hands. Oh
Oh. Oh no, these two are attached together. Oh, geez, I didn't make it,
no!
Davis.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes!
Oh!
I hope I get an upside down sign at your house like parking now. Winning that game.
Parking winning is what killed that game.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to see that.
I thought Hollywood Squares, or Buzz Media
Buzz Media Squares I thought was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah, that was a lot of episodes. Match game brought up by Matt Strong.
Yeah,
Manhill
that game was fun.
Manhill taking shots at me is the part he liked.
Right.
Also, Rob Caldwell also took a shot at me. At one
Yes.
point, I think he said the producers of the show were going to come down,
Oh yeah.
drag me out of the studio, fire me, and then burn the tapes from the show. He was really like,
He was aggressive that day.
was aggressive in that one. But
I think Keith Carson might have took a pot shot at you too at one point.
no, Keith Carson actually said that he understood my thinking at the end, and that if we played again, he thought he could have gotten more of my answers. I mean, Keith kind of bonded in that game. I mean, not really, but.
So basically he was saying he was going to dumb it down?
Well, it's not a question of dumbing it down, it's like sideways.
Star Wars
Yeah.
trivia was a little...
Star Wars trivia
Yeah.
was like the low light because it was
Right.
impossibly
Well, the
stupid.
other day that we played trivia in here too, and neither one of us knew the answer to anything. That was a rough day.
That was a tough one. What else?
That
did
was
we-
the low light.
The Washer game was really fun for a while. What else did we get for games? When we did the Buzz Media trivia.
Oh yeah,
That
we
was
did the
really-
Cahoots.
the Cahoots,
When we were over at the
those were fun.
Oh,
Evergreen.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
Cahoots.
Cahoots were good.
There's a lot of things we did.
The first
When you
Cahoots
put out-
was awful.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was Morgan's fault.
Right.
When you do 44 episodes,
Is that how many we've done?
we've done. This is
Is
the
it-
40. This is the 44th episode of the Morning Buzz.
44th episode. Now
Corona
listen,
Watch.
I'm just-
Corona Watch, not
does that mean that there are going to be some special editions of Corona Watch coming out so that we get to a 50?
So I guess here's my question. Or do we end Corona Watch and we start the Morning Buzz Summer Edition, where those are just random episodes? I think it gets a new playlist.
Man, I don't know.
But it is true we didn't get 50
we,
episodes.
we,
which
we
is-
might want to get to 50.
Alright, I can do that.
Might want to get to 50. So we
We might
have
have to
to
do the
have a
Father's Day
couple
one.
of,
Father's Day 5K this weekend. Be there. Anywhere. You're there. Just run
You gotta
5Ks.
already, they just gotta run it.
And then post it. Alright.
Yeah.
Are we done with games, Jim?
Yeah, I think we're on to the next one. Number 3.
And wait for the Zoom. Celebrity interviews. So we already mentioned the celebrities that we didn't interview.
Right. I mean, who was probably our biggest celebrity interview? Was it Amanda Hill and
Rob Caldwell. That was
Rob
great.
Caldwell?
That's where the origination of the talent came from.
Right.
And Rob Caldwell talked
talent.
about that clearly we had on-air talent and that we needed to cut some people out of the show. And you'll notice after that you didn't really see Parkin.
I prefer it when you call him parking.
That was someone else in the chat room. Bhutan says she agrees. I assume she agrees with my shot at Parkin.
No, she agrees with everyone saying that we should do more episodes.
Who else we have
We
a
did have a
celebrity?
lot of viewers the day that you were not there.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Like we were down in like the 20s for like a couple weeks, and then the day you're not there, like it just kept rising during the show. Like we got up to like 50.
You did not get 50. It only has 70 views now. Lies. I was one of the people watching it. Lies.
From prison or Vegas. Or,
I can't undisclosed location. Yeah, I don't know. It's a big decision. Do we end? We're gonna make episodes no matter what, chat people. So what we want to know is the next one we film Morning Buzz Corona Watch episode 45, or is it Morning Buzz Summer Edition episode 1?
We do have the Ramsers pool
It's true.
too, so we can.
Oh, we are potentially going to be filming an episode inside the Ramsers pool. They will be in Cincinnati, and I don't think they watch the show, so I think it's fine for us to talk about it. And we are, that's a plan. There's a slide and everything.
Right.
Can we talk about the slide
I was
at
just
adult
gonna say.
graduation?
So we live streamed the adult ed graduation, and they handed out their diplomas down a slide, which
It was
awesome.
it was like a kid's slide, but it was decorated with like gold and green like tassels.
Right.
Sometimes the kids got other prizes too, like awards, and they all. It was to keep things touching.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
that was pretty awesome. Yeah, congrats to the adult ed grads as well.
That
We
was
were
good.
able to pull off 2 pretty important productions in one day. And
Yeah.
other than that brief moment of like a half an hour before graduation when everything just went dark and we lost everything, we had to
Yeah,
restart
if you
everything.
notice the second link you got, that's because things started to go.
Yeah, but we'd given ourselves an 88% chance, I think was where I put the
Yeah,
the
there
line
was some issues, but those will come up when we hit apologies.
Right.
Celebrity interviews. Anything else? I can't think of her name right now. The author.
Yep,
Who wrote the book about Lucky.
yep,
That was really cool.
The girl that showed you how to cook an
The
omelet.
cooking one was really good. Any other celebrities we interviewed?
Well, El Presidente we had on quite a few times.
Right.
Obviously French fry.
Oh, we had
Stinger.
Betsy.
Betsy, yeah.
Stinger. We had Betsy. Oh, by the way, we tried to get Betsy to say that we deserve credit for the dumpster fire ice cream from the
Right.
Candy Cow.
Right.
She did not agree, but I still agree. I still think it's mine. Oh, Summer Edition is clearly the.
So summer.
So this is the last. This is
the
it.
finale.
This is the finale.
This is it.
44.
We'll pack this thing up when we're done. Next one is gonna be a summer like outdoorsy
Yes.
episode, right?
Yep.
So you guys will have to keep.
It'll be at the Ramsers house. They probably have a nice grill too. Like we know they have a pool, but I bet they've got.
All right.
They might even have stuff like in the freezer. Like. We'll find out.
Awesome. All right, we're on number 2.
All right.
Number 2. Brrrr.
We get zoomed in yet? No, I don't know if I'm ready. You ready?
You good?
What's all buzz?
What's all the buzz?
That's
What's-
when we were supposed to do the Kim Jong-un thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We got out of
We
order.
got it in there to count point counterpoint. But the what's all the buzz has given us a good chance to talk about the events of the world and some birthdays and
Dumpster fires.
dumpster fires.
I don't even know what other. We talked about some fun news. Yeah, murder hornets.
Yes.
That was a big thing on What's
Right.
all buzz.
The
Also-
balloons, the loon.
Oh, the loon. The eagle. I apologize if you were offended when you saw the dead eagle.
The empty eagle nest.
Yeah.
That was a real eagle. I found out later. That bird that was in it, eagles' heads don't turn white till they get like 3 years old.
Oh.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was right. I also saw an eagle yesterday on the Androscoggin. It was huge.
There's a lot on the Interscoggin.
And it didn't have a white head either. Apparently, it was
It was a young one.
a youngin. A youngin. Anything else from What's All the Buzz?
No, I think that's it. I think we're on to number 1. The number 1 segment.
Number one. I bet you the viewers
Morning
can
Buzz.
guess what it's gonna be.
Apologies.
Yes.
I think you have some music to dial up in this, correct?
Oh yes. Hold on. It's not ready. I'm sorry to say that it is not ready.
That was the sincerest apology I've ever heard out of you.
It might take me a second to find it. Oh, here we go. And then it's gonna load.
While he's doing that, if anybody out there in the chat has a birthday, let us know.
It's our official apology. All I can say right now is Matt Strong, I agree with you. I'll tell you guys about it later. It's not in the chat.
Oh, all right. Best, since I played it, I'll ask you this question. Best of all the MTV Unplugs, best one. Is
The
it
Nirvana,
one?
I think it's gotta be the Nirvana Unplugged.
That one was unbelievable.
Not just their music, also because, is that the last thing they ever recorded?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a great set. They did those Meat Puppet songs.
Yeah, Lake of Fire and,
Yeah. And they did,
Plateau, I think.
didn't they do like a David Bowie song too in there?
Man Who Sold the World.
Yes, Man Who Sold the World, that was
Great.
great. That was really awesome. But there were a lot of other good unplugs. I
Yeah.
don't think anything touches.
No, I don't think so. The Eric Clapton one was pretty good.
I think I saw it back in the day, I don't remember now.
Right. He's just such a good guitar
Of course, Pearl Jam Unplugged was awesome.
Wow. I figured you'd go there.
So apologies. Are we gonna go right to
I think we have some apologies today.
So over the years, alright, so we've apologized to nearly everyone.
Well, you have, for sure.
We've all apologized for a lot of things. Sometimes mistakes are made. So let's get into today's apology, which is about the sound problem that we had at graduation. So
Right.
graduation went pretty well, except I get a text message from Sarah Dow that says, Let's see if I can fire it up here. Sarah Dow texted and said that when we're switching cameras and stuff, it's weird. If you switch, the sound should be off. It's really loud, and Gentura grumbling is not good. So, Gentura was getting the grads lined up to go on.
Right.
Because there was kind of this downtime, like, there was a big line of the photographer, so they would announce somebody and then nothing was happening, so I'm like, well, we should get another camera. But Gentura's sound was not off.
Which has to be done at the computer, not at the camera.
Right.
Unless
Which is
you
where
had
Davis
set
was
your
sitting.
unless you had set your phone up ahead of time, like everybody else who was going to use their phone had already done and already shut their sound off.
Only 4 spots.
You could have hooked yours up, Gentura. Could you have done it?
Yes.
Also,
I have another question.
though, but when we're really talking about whose fault this is, whose job explicitly was to sit. His only responsibility was to sit on a laptop with headphones plugged in, monitor the chat, and then listen if anything was going wrong. Did you notice something wrong?
Not initially.
And then?
I did.
And then?
I thought it was pretty good, so I didn't say. Actually, I tried to get Gentura's attention once, but he like shunned me.
Okay, so you tried to get Gentura's attention, he shunned you, because he was like sitting, by the way, and doing a terrible job. He was lazy, he didn't want to stand anymore. But then also, how far away were you from me?
Maybe like 6 to 8 feet. At least 6 feet.
I was clearly running that computer.
Yeah, but there was like a
So it's-
barrier in between us. Like
It
all-
was just there. We had eye level contact.
I had headphones on. I would have been able to hear you.
You could have said, hey Davis, the sound's messed up. Instead I get Sarah Dow texting me, and then I fixed it. And then
Yeah.
later we got Thurston.
I thought, you know what? I thought you were doing it on purpose. Like you were the guy in charge of the sound, and I thought when you heard what JB was doing, you thought it was good, so you kept it on.
We did get to hear Marky talk a little bit.
Yes.
And then we cut that
Yeah,
sound.
yeah.
Anything else we need to apologize for? The lack of the pregame show.
Yes. Lack of the pregame show, which really wasn't our fault.
No, so yes, I know our viewers were ready for a pregame show.
We were ready for a pregame
We were ready for a pregame show. We got there early.
But you cannot do it without power nor internet.
Right. And then once we got all the sound check and everything, our equipment was plugged into the LA.
Right. So we would have had to have unplugged everything.
Right. We would have been like
done the
Nirvana.
pregame. Right.
And
Unplugged.
so we didn't do it.
So no pregame show, but
I'd like to apologize for it, but I'm sorry to say it wasn't my fault.
no, it wasn't mine either.
So,
I'm sorry that they didn't have one. But I'm not sorry, like
Right.
I have no culpability in
right,
that.
I bear no responsibility.
It's Halfway's fault because Halfway promised one.
Well,
But it's not Halfway's fault that it didn't happen.
I will say is that nobody messaged us upset about it, which is a little. I think the real apology might come from our viewers who weren't missing it.
Well, all of our viewers were here.
Right. I don't. That might have been a record low. Although we did have like during the graduation, we had like 250 people watching.
right.
But they couldn't hear us talking. They heard Gentura for a minute, but other than that,
Oh man.
yeah, we've had some great apologies over the years.
Yeah, we have.
Months.
Over the years.
Time goes
Seems like years.
by. Seems like years.
Is today Friday?
Today's every day's Friday now. It's summer.
Right.
Any best apologies from you guys? Anything else you want to say about this list?
The talent apology was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the talent apology was a good one.
It's a classic. We were gonna do a clip show today, but it ended up being hard, so we didn't do it.
We're sorry.
Sorry. Sorry that that ended up being more work than it did in our heads.
Right. Davis couldn't handle it.
What are we on now?
I think we're on the wrap up.
Yeah? No more
Can you give us a wrap up sign, Davis?
You know, like, wrap it up.
Yeah,
I'm not, do I have to be muted like the
Going away, yes, we're going way over. Yeah, so to wrap this thing up.
Do we need to do the thank yous now?
Yes.
Yes, we need to do some thank yous.
We have 3 on the
That's
board, and
what
I
we
know
have.
that that's not.
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm gonna have to look up.
Alright, so first we need to thank the entire Gruber family, who we've actually
Yes.
forced to watch this whole show waiting for their. I was like, you should watch for over an hour to get to you. Thank you for Louise for spending. I mean, she sent us 2 songs a show every show.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
They
for
should give
shows
her an extra half credit of guitar.
So like at least like 88. Yes.
But you should get guitar too.
Guitar too.
Right, that's what it seems like.
She wants.
I think if she does the 6 summer episodes that we're gonna do, she gets a Guitar 2 credit.
Guitar
So
2.
Sarah,
Guitar
now, if
3.
you're out there, then, yeah, or something.
Guitar 4.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't even know at this point.
She should get whatever
Some
she
of the
wants.
songs were ones she knew, and sometimes they were great. I also really liked it when Luis would send them to me at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I did not wake up to that, but I would wake up first thing, and then I'm like, oh. Luis
Only
was-
Morgan wakes up to the 2 in the morning things in the chat because she's got her little Apple Watch on.
That's just when you two are like going back and forth in the chat.
Jantura and I like to stay up late on the Google
As I'm
chat.
reading the chat, I'm realizing how much we're not making this about the Groovers. Like we started making it, and then it turns into like.
But
Alright,
a
so-
sincere thank you to the Groovers, right?
So
Like,
thank
it was
you. All right,
awesome.
Luis doing everything. Also, when the 3 girls like clapped together was really awesome.
You know what my favorite one of all of them though was?
What?
Was the Stevie Wonder Superstition with
Oh
Chip.
yes, and
Like
then
that was the best, and all the girls like that one killed it. Best one,
Chip and Jen for coordinating those things
Right.
together.
right?
Also, credit for Chip for sending us both pictures and always sending like weird messages in
Right.
the chat and
Yes.
Some
And the Instagram.
Instagram and like kind of stirring up trouble, which I appreciate.
Yes, she's a little bit of an
Yeah, yes.
instigator like you.
Yes, I like that. And Jen, she booked us. I did tell her that she's an executive producer. She booked us guests. She tried to book us Patrick Dempsey. It's not her fault that the material we sent was
Not good enough.
not up to standards. We gotta thank Miranda Mishu.
Miranda miss you,
She made like, remember the snowman challenge when everybody did that?
Yeah.
That was her.
right?
And then remember all the other
That
people?
just goes to show when we started doing this show. It
There was snow.
snowing,
And then she made a lot of other challenges that didn't go well.
but she made them.
But she made them, and they were no fault of her. There was just that people
Right.
didn't want to do the things that we challenged them to do.
She also
The prom, that was a bust. We got like 2 pictures.
She also appeared once, I believe, as a voice of French Fry.
What? What?
I don't know why you're doing your French Fry voice now. He's sitting
I
over
don't
there.
know what you're talking about. That's my voice.
That was even more southern that time.
I know, but thank you to Miranda. Thank you to Chris Schiffelli, one of the show's writers.
Yes,
Yes.
he's writers. He did the.
Right?
He came up with. He really made the game shows work.
Yes.
He came up, especially
Match Game
Match
and
Game.
Hollywood and Buzz Media
Buzz
Squares.
Media Squares, and then he did the segments. Oh, we're getting a thank you from Michelle Coates.
Oh,
Being entertained at Central Office.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, if we do some summer ones, hopefully we can provide them some entertainment as well.
That's right. And I believe we're trying to solidify this, but I think Schiffelli is in one of our upcoming summer episodes is going to do another edition of Thank You Notes.
Thank you notes with yes.
So that'll be good.
Who else should we be thanking? Matt Strong for always watching the
We
show.
had a whole show dedicated to
We
Matt.
did dedicate a show to him. And Bootot, Deb Knapp. Who else do we have that's like
Right.
the big
Jen Perron,
Prawn? Oh yeah, Prom. You were like every episode.
right?
Prawn, I think, actually arranged to change her meeting times. So that's
Working around Buzz Media,
to work around the morning bus.
right?
And there were other regular viewers too. Those are the biggest ones in the chat.
Yeah, Chris Gray for appearing on the show a couple of times.
With the mustache.
with the mustache.
Right.
And letting us
With the
make fun
blonde
of him.
Yes.
And being Stinger.
Yes.
Um,
Superfans too. We got to thank you to Superfan Meg Goddard
Oh, yes.
and Morgan's dad.
Yes. And my mom.
My dad wants everyone to know that he is on board for summer shows.
Oh, he's
Oh,
on
that's
board
good
for
because
summer,
we were
right?
going to do a parent segment. Like, I really
Yeah.
want to get my mom on the show. We haven't done that.
Oh, can you imagine if we get my father on the show? We need to get my father and Vaughn on the show
Yes.
together. That's
Yes.
what we need.
I think we do all parents. I think we do a
Yes.
four-way Zoom. None of us even on the screen. Jantura, you choose.
My parents are not going to want to do it.
That's fine.
I think I want to see you moderate the Zoom.
Yes. I like. We're getting some thank yous in the chat. I appreciate that.
Right. We had a lot of seniors who came on the show and did interviews too. Thank you for those.
Yes.
For those guys.
And we're probably forgetting. I'd like to apologize to all the people that we should be thanking right now, because
I'm sure there's gonna be somebody.
I'm going to think about it as soon as the show ends.
Right.
Mr. Shaw.
Mr. Shaw,
El Presidente.
Presidente, yep.
Parking.
Parkin, yes.
Parking pumps.
Parkin for doing the parking bumps and also for being told. Remember the thing when I was mean to him and his mom sent an email asking why we're mean, but then she sent another email saying that she thought it was funny and I should keep doing it.
Right.
So I'd like to thank Parkin and his mom for allowing that.
Yes.
Parkin, thank you for letting us make fun of you.
Uh,
That might be it.
yeah. Did we want to close it down today with just one last final message to the seniors?
Oh, you know, we never did a message to the seniors.
Right.
You know, I got home Saturday night, and I started to get the like.
I got home Saturday night and you guys were sitting on my back
We
porch.
sat on your porch for a little while, and we were there before you. But then I got home and I like that post graduation, like usually you think about guys, you didn't really get a
Right.
chance to say goodbye.
Right.
But you start to really miss. This is a pretty exceptional class of kids.
Yeah.
Students, adults. I say kids, but not in an insulting way.
Right.
I apologize if that hurt your feelings. But some really great people, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I mean, being somebody who teaches primarily seniors, I mean, most of my kids are seniors. You know, it was unfortunate to miss out on the class time with those guys at the end of the year. And, you know, the last week I kind of went through on Twitter and posted pictures of all the guys that played for me in football and basketball, and seeing those guys walk across the stage and, you know, knowing that we can't give it to Damien on jet sweep anymore, or just lob one up to Cola Cam or whatever. But you know, I'll miss those guys a heck of a lot. I've coached those guys for a long, long time. So, you know, it is a pretty special class. I think. I mean, they're all special,
Right.
in their own way for sure. But for what these guys had to endure, and you know, as well as they've done academically and athletically and things like that, it's I think one of the better ones to go through here for sure.
When I thought about it too, like when the speeches were happening, so I had all 4 of them in my AP US classes, juniors. And that was not just for those 4, like that whole class was exceptional. I'm tempted to start saying their names, but I know I'd forget someone, so I'm not going to. But that whole class, it was a big group of like 20 kids, just like such awesome people.
Right.
Like great discussions, great everything, you just know. And in the speeches I thought like, there's always a little bit of like, it's a graduation speech, what are you gonna say?
Right.
But their speeches were sincere and they had points and they were like, all of them were great. I really appreciated all of them, but I appreciated Everett talking about his brother.
Yeah,
That meant a
definitely.
lot, so.
And you know, one of the things that strikes me, and I know one of the things we talk a lot about, you know, on the teams that I coach, is just that that idea of humility, and you know, being a humble person. And here you have a class who's pretty well accomplished. They're kids who have done great things and are gonna go on to do more great things. But they're humble people.
Yeah.
And you know, humble isn't, as I think I've said before, it's not thinking, you know, less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. And it's really, you know, humility is about being somebody who's built for others. And you have a lot of people like that in this class. They're not, you know, selfish kids or you know, conceited kids or whatever. They're confident and talented, but they're also very grounded, down to earth. Just, you know, kids who have been raised the right way and you know, brought up the right way.
Introspective, like I think a lot of kids who think about what they do and like they would ask, like, is that a good idea? Should I do that? And
Right.
like in a very, like, yeah, just awesome kids.
Right, and I think
Also,
you know,
I really appreciate your saying just now, because anytime you can take words and just flip the words to make a deep
It's a
statement.
good one,
What was
right?
it again?
humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less.
Yeah, anytime you just switch 2 words,
Right.
powerful.
And I said this on a show a while back. I think that, you know, there's a lot of, in this world, it's, well, in my generation,
Right.
you know, and everybody kind of thinks that their generation is the best, or,
Had
you know,
the
had it
hardest.
so hard or whatever. And I don't think, you know, I hope that there won't be another generation who has had it as hard as this one. And I think that, you know, the things that have happened over their time are, you know, both at like just a personal community level here, as well as on a global level with what's going on right now. Those guys are gonna be, you know, like courageous, tough, empathetic.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
just-
Maddie talked about the building, not resolve, but
Resiliency.
resiliency. Yeah, in her speech.
These are kids that know how to persevere. And if you know how to persevere and you're not gonna give up when things get difficult, that's what it takes to make it in life. So I think these guys are well equipped to do that. I'm proud of you guys. I know
Yeah.
these guys are too. And, you know, certainly wanna keep in touch with you guys and see all the great things that you guys are gonna do. And if somebody's gonna fix this world, it's probably gonna be a lot of you guys. So have at it and get going.
All right. Anything you 2 want to say?
No.
No. No, we said it.
Think we're good?
I would like to also finally thank everybody who watched today, because I won and I couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. It means a lot.
We're still less than 30 and there's 4 of us in the room
We
watching.
were. All I have to say is we were over 30. My guess was 26. Even if you subtract out 4, we still win.
I also want to point out
I
that
mean-
I picked 25 and he picked 26 just because.
Right.
Oh, it was
One
going one
over.
over you.
He's
You-
So
really-
I chose
really-
last because I was smartest.
Okay, but I really had. I had faith in our viewers that they were gonna watch, and nobody else did. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh. Davis also watches a lot of Price is Right.
Yes, it's not my fault you guys don't understand basic strategy. We're gonna have this wrap up, but it's gonna play more than once. We're gonna
So,
start.
right, this is the
This
finale.
is where we
Next
do the
time
thing
we'll
where
see
we look
you.
like we're packing up, and we don't pack up the equipment that's needed because we gotta keep it going. It's
Right.
like.
Next time we see you, it'll
Closing.
be summer edition. Right.
Remember like the last episode of Cheers when he like straightens the picture? We're gonna do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Jamie, you might need to switch cameras. Alright, ready? It's not playing. Get close to me. Oh, can I press play again? Oh no, it'll take everyone to stop watching. Where am I supposed to be cleaning it up?
Also, I'd like to point out I kept Mark on plan on.
Oh, the plan! Which camera's on? This one?
It's fine.
One more, right?
Yeah, one more.
Alright. How many people are watching?
We still have 26 watching.
It's going.
Good job.
Close this line. Yeah, shut off the lights, that's good. We can throw it. I would like to thank the Sling Studio.
Oh, Jen Gruber
Jamie, we can do one more. How many people are watching?
Jen Gruber says you never danced, and now's your opportunity.
I don't know if this is not. What is considered dancing? Like, is this
What are you?
somebody else can dance?
Are you a hand magician?
Oh,
All
You
right.
still have
how many people are watching?
20.
Jamie, they're still watching, Jamie.
There's still 20.
I'm sorry I'm recording it. You don't need to like.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. If people want to watch us all day, I don't know why.
Yeah, we're at 21.
21?
4 of them are probably us.
Okay, that's true. 4 of them are us, so 17. Why are you still watching? Can you tell us in the chat?
Jen Gruber don't like your dance moves.
Because it's really sad.
Can somebody tell us, please?
It's really sad.
There's a lot more packing up we can do without shutting off the. Did they say anything? Any chat responses?
Someone said they didn't want to do chores.
They what?
They didn't want to do chores.
Oh,
They're still
more
watching.
chat.
Oh, forget who said she's still watching to make it go.